And what's going on, everyone? My name's Dom, and this Complete and Circuit Podcast episode... Oh, God. Are we at 12? We're at 12. As you know, we have my good friend Joe here.
What's going on?
And we have the lovely, beautiful, wonderful Key Cat who's floating around here. I'm just kidding. We have Aaron.
Hello.
I'm going to find a new way. I'm going to find a new way to throw you off. Well, he's a very, very, very pretty cat. I mean, come on.
He's okay. Midnight's better.
We'll let the voters decide. And so, this has probably been the craziest tech week that we've had since the show started.
It really, really has.
You can keep it up on the news, Joe.
Of course.
And it's as simple as that. Well, so we're going to change up the format a little bit today to keep our conversation a little more natural, a little more organic. We have kind of isolated ourselves from each other and prevented ourselves from talking about the news. And Erin has been gathering the news stories, and she's just going to drop them on us. And then we're going to start talking. So, my dear girl, where are we starting?
We are starting right here with NVIDIA to buy ARM for up to $40 billion.
And here's what it means for Apple. All right, what's the story about? I did hear about this, though.
So this story is essentially NVIDIA wants to buy ARM.
They did,
Although
did buy it.
I saw a couple of different things because I saw some things saying that they already bought it, and I saw some things with the same or later dates saying that they were in the pool to buy it. So I'm a little confused on if they did or did not actually buy it.
The part I'm surprised about is that NVIDIA has $40 billion to buy. Like, they didn't. I know they're a big company, but I didn't think they were that big of a company. And then there's something in there that talks about what it means for Apple. So for anyone who's not familiar, basically NVIDIA just came out of nowhere and decided to buy ARM, which is what Apple is going to be switching their internal processors to for all their future computers, MacBooks and iMacs. And this is a very interesting move, especially when you consider Apple and NVIDIA haven't gotten along in a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, what are some of the specifics here? What is it they're saying that, like, what does that mean for Apple? What does that mean?
Effectively, it's just going to stay the same.
Well, okay, guys. So that's the end of episode 12. Hope you had a good one.
As far as we go, everything will be the same, but it's kind of more of a like speculation kind of thing of like, what does this mean for Apple's business side? Like, what are they going to do? Do we know? It's more of like a conversation piece.
It's a clickbait article. Fair enough. We don't have enough information to be able to determine.
Well, I'm curious to know what your thoughts are. Like, how do you think it's going to affect Apple? Do you think that because they just made that switch and then this happened right after?
I don't know enough about the deal to be able to. I heard about it, like at a cursory glance. My first thing would be if NVIDIA owns ARM to that point, maybe they'll strong arm Apple into putting NVIDIA cards back into their laptops. I don't know.
I just saw a thing pop up right now that NVIDIA's $40 billion ARM deal might hit a snag with China.
How so?
I didn't go into but it was, in this, it looks like it's
it's like a manufacturing
because
thing?
of the battle between the United States and China for control. I'm going to read this word for word. It's by CNN. But this one part, it says the battle between the United States and China for control of critical technology could doom a record-breaking deal for British chip designer ARM.
Interesting. Well, I mean, I don't really think there's going to be a whole lot of drama pertaining to this story as far as Apple goes, but I mean, we can continue to look at it and see.
And then, and also that same, this deal, the ARM, requires regulatory approval from the United Kingdom, European Union, United States, and China. So it has to go through that as well.
Oh, interesting.
So there is a thing that could mess up this deal for them.
Yeah.
So that could be why all the articles I've seen keep going back and forth of did buy, is in the pool to buy, stuff like that.
Yeah, especially, let's see. I don't even know what I'm trying to find their market cap here. I only see their revenue and stuff. At the high, I don't even know what these numbers mean. I don't know. We'll see. I really don't have too many thoughts on it at this time. I didn't look too much into it.
Yeah.
My only real thought is that NVIDIA may use this as an opportunity to strong arm Apple into going with NVIDIA chips if they even have that kind of power.
And to answer your question about buying it, NVIDIA would have to shell out, of course, $40 billion, but they're going to do it Looks like they would do it in stock and cash, resulting in a benefit cost ratio of 3-1.
Wow. Interesting. I don't know. It's really surprising, especially because NVIDIA's kind of like, I mean, they just make graphics cards. I don't know. Are they going to go? I really don't know. I got nothing for this one.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. The first few are just kind of big topics that happened during the week. They may or may not spark actual conversation.
Okay.
But
let's see what else
I
you
just
got.
wanted to say them so that our listeners know what happened this week.
Yes, forgive her. She's doing her best. I'm just kidding. Love you to pieces.
So, the next one is TikTok, as of this Sunday, is no longer going to be able to be downloaded in the U.S.
Yeah, I heard about this.
Oh, darn. I'm
yeah.
so upset.
So it's TikTok and WeChat. WeChat is going to cease to exist almost. Per what I read. They said that with WeChat, you won't be able to actually use it anymore because of the whole China stuff. Like, you won't be able to use it at all. But TikTok, as long as you download it before Sunday, you'll be able to use it.
WeChat is a Chinese messenger. We talked about that.
We talked about that a few episodes ago. Yeah.
And that's why it's a big thing, because China is about, if I can remember this correctly,
something like 16% of iPhone sales, or some huge
something
number,
like
and they're
that.
just they all, like 90-something% of them said they're just gonna drop off. They use that, like that's their thing.
Yeah.
Without it, then the iPhone's
I mean,
not
like I
appealing
said,
anymore.
there's other apps, but if one country only knows that one app that works really well for them, they're not gonna want it.
It's the only one that works in China.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
because we did look up, and a lot of the stuff that I said that they could use, they can't use.
Yeah.
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 That's right.
Yeah, we'll see. I really wish Sam was here just for this specific. He's still getting married. He's still 2 weeks away. So he's going to be 2 weeks away. I know that he had a lot of comments on the whole TikTok thing. He's a huge TikToker as far as like consumption.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, with the sound of it, I mean, it sounds like if you already have it on your phone, you're fine.
Yeah,
It's just you won't be able to download it if you don't have it on your phone. So
yeah. I mean, unless they go after like DNS records and they nix it from like an internet kind of thing. I don't think
I
the U.S.
doubt
would do.
they
Yeah,
would, no.
I doubt that too, because that kind of gets in the way.
no,
of
you're
some
gonna see it on eBay for $10,000.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to get to that stuff, because there's been a lot of things on eBay this week for
yeah.
exorbitant amounts of money.
Yeah. I have lots of them.
Okay.
So what do I think of this? Awesome, because I
Yeah, I
don't like TikTok.
I don't really care. Yeah.
And TikTok introduced that stupid rapper.
Nope. We're not going to give any free promotion for anyone who is familiar with what Joey might be talking about. I really hope you don't go look up that person right now. And no, that's not reverse psychology. I really think that anything that's like the Vine model is just doomed to die, no matter what.
Yeah.
I mean,
Short
possibly.
videos. It's just doomed to die.
Though there was a app that recently came out that is supposed to, or trying to take over TikTok's users. It's called like Tiller, something like that.
You know what?
And so, I mean, we'll see.
I think
We'll
some of
see
these
where
app
that
devs
goes.
take a thing of alphabet soup and they chuck it into a bowl and stir it until something comes up. Genuinely, I don't have no idea where they get these names from. What
funny.
what else you got for us?
So Nintendo is discontinuing the 3DS
Yeah, that's
after
fine.
like 7 years.
Yeah, I saw
9
that coming.
years.
Is
Something
that why
like
it
that?
went on sale?
Probably.
That's probably
Or-
why they had
Get
a
the-
sale.
Yeah,
More than
get their
likely.
back stock out. I mean, they have the Switch, like, and now the rumors are
Yeah.
rolling in. 4K Switch is coming like soon-ish.
What? Let me ask you something. Sorry, Aaron. Hold on one second.
No, you're fine.
Let me ask you something. Why can't they just turn around? Oh, wait. Capability is probably not in there. Never mind. I'm answering my own question. I was going to ask you is why didn't they just send an update for the Switches that we have, the 4K? But then again, it's probably capabilities don't have it.
Yeah,
in
the
there.
hardware is definitely
Yeah.
not there.
Yeah.
Definitely not there. And why would, even if they could, Nintendo's not going to miss out an opportunity to sell to the hardcore gamers
Yeah.
that would want 4K. I honestly think the 4K Nintendo Switch thing is kind of dumb. Keep it lightweight. Boost the quality of the thing. Nothing like, I don't like with the Joy-Cons.
If they keep it, let me put it this way: if they come out with this and they keep it at the same price that when they release this Nintendo Switch,
That would be interesting.
then that'd be cool. I mean, why wouldn't they though? They make a ton.
Hey, he did it. He did it.
No, I almost did.
You're good. No,
I made a ton of money off of their accessories.
Yeah.
So what? I wonder if they'd be like, we can sell it at $299 again, like we did with the first one, and then we can just keep doing the accessory thing.
Oh, I know exactly what they'll do. Playing off that, what they'll do is they'll make a Switch Pro or 4K Switch, and then all the accessories will be Pro accessories
Yep.
that don't have Joy-Con drift, and they're like super high quality,
Yeah.
and they'll charge an extra
Yeah.
$20, $30 for them.
Yeah.
And guess what? They're compatible with your original Switch, and there's even more colors that you can't get unless you buy those stupid things.
And then plus, Aaron probably would want the 4K. I mean, Animal Crossing on 4K.
She already plays Animal Crossing in surround sound, which is too much Animal
yeah,
Crossing.
but she wants 4K surround sound. Animal Crossing.
Well, she just got the stupid Animal Crossing non-4K unit, and
Well,
she's going to
She's
literally
going to want
be
both now.
buried with that
But
thing.
we're not here to discuss Aaron. Sorry, guys. Anyways.
Completing the
Ow.
Aaron.
Yeah, completing Aaron.
You guys are mean.
Thank you.
Okay, so this should be the last article that's kind of just like So Facebook announced during their Facebook Connect, which used to be the Oculus Connect, I believe, that the Oculus Quest 2 VR headset is coming out, or I think it's already out for purchase, but it has 6 gigabytes of RAM, storage of 64 or 256 gigabytes. It has 100 or 1,832.
Wait, is it fully
times
wireless?
1920. Yes.
Whoa.
I think so.
That's interesting. What's the price
Although
point?
they do have a cable for plugging it into your PC.
But can it
price
do
point-
wireless interfacing with your computer? I was just watching
No, not with your computer, I don't think.
MKBHD on YouTube. He has a podcast, and he had Zuckerberg on there for like 6 minutes or something. I just watched that interview today. Zuckerberg's really diving deep into this Oculus Rift stuff. Like at first I thought he was kind of like a pansy pants for, it's like he's just buying companies up, but he genuinely seemed to have an interest in it because he sees a future where, this technology, for example, MKBHD was talking about how you could do a review and you use AR and VR and all that stuff. And then it's like the review is like him talking to you with you have the device in your hand. And it's like far future stuff, right? But that future thinking thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to use this as an example, and I'm sure a lot of our listeners are probably seen this episode or they watch, but The Simpsons, they had an episode where Lisa, it was like in the future, Lisa's older, she has a daughter. What it was is in the future, you take a plug and you plug it in your neck and you just go like this. You basically pass out and you're in this virtual reality world. With this kind of technology coming out more and more and more and more, I believe that it would kind of serve. When this first got introduced, like VR stuff, I'm like, this is stupid.
Yeah, I thought it was a little gimmicky too.
I'm like, this is dumb. What am I gonna? I'm not gonna sit in my living room and walk through a window because I don't know.
Right.
But the more I thought about it, I'm like, for people that maybe have, anxiety, people that have depression, whatever the case is, that don't like to go, maybe have an issue with going outside, meeting new people, or being around a bunch of people.
Wow, I never thought of it like that before.
They can use this as a way of their going into a different reality and able to communicate with people that way, but they're safe in their house.
Yeah.
So in a long term, I can see something like this actually being beneficial for that kind of. I mean, of course, for everybody, but I can see this actually being beneficial for people that have those issues.
Yeah.
And that might be able to help them. Like, okay, I feel comfortable going in this world, and maybe I can take a step outside in reality. And see what I can do there.
I never thought about using it for that because you always hear it being gaming focused. That's a really good point, especially now. I mean, right now we're in that precursor technology. If this is the first iteration that's wireless, something that I think is a must-have for these devices. But yeah, I could totally see that being like there could be physical, practical uses. I mean, I could imagine dealing with things like possibly PTSD, where they're able to put them in a therapeutic world. There's plenty of applications for that. That's a really good point, Joey. I never thought of it being used that way. What's the pricing on that thing?
So it is $299 for the 64, and then the 256 is $399.
Wow,
That's not
interesting.
bad.
And then if you want the extra battery pack, it's $528.
Of course.
Of course it is. They got a nickel and dime. I mean, so does it need the PC to run?
No.
So it can run on its own, but the PC probably gives you like more graphic fidelity, I guess.
And I'm sure it actually charges while it's hooked up to the
Yeah,
PC.
I would hope so. Have to have
Right?
like 3 cables coming out of
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
That's
so
pretty cool.
You can play games on the PC, and I mean, I didn't actually know a whole lot about the Oculus Rift because when I first looked at this, I was like, why do you need storage in your headset?
Yeah.
I thought that it just plugged into your phone or something, but Yeah, so it does both.
Well, you know that especially that Darth Vader game in VR, it's huge.
You know, I have to say, when I got the PlayStation VR, I was like, yeah, whatever. You know, I had a little bit of spare change. I was like, screw it, right? It just came out. I picked it up. The games aren't all there per se, or at least they weren't. I haven't really used it in a while. But the experience was like super freaking awesome. I talked about that a lot in my complete review of the PS4. You've tried, yeah. I've had that. So yeah, it's something. It's just really cool. The idea you could just move your head around, it's like
you had me go underwater. We did the underwater thing with the sharks and stuff, and then you tried it with PT and
and Resident Evil.
Yeah, the PT one didn't end up wearing
no
well for you.
and that was just when they made it like flat. So it's just like a giant TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool. I am curious to see what Sony's going to end up doing with like PS4 VR, because now it needs to be wireless if this is like the precedent, you know. Mm-hmm. Especially with a console.
I don't know this part. Can Oculus run on gaming consoles?
I don't believe so. I think it's PC only.
Just PC only?
Yeah, I think so. And you have to have this $80 cable in order to play on the PC in the first place.
What the hell? 80? What are they, Apple?
So $399, and then you have to buy a cable on top of it for $80. I know you said $299, but for people that are big, want bigger storage, $399.
Yeah, I mean, 64 is nothing.
It's the Nintendo model. Give it to them and then sell them a bunch of accessories. You want batteries, you need cables. And now the unit is,
Well, like I told you, every business is going to follow that trend now.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to, once they find the stuff that works, that keeps bringing them good returns, they're going to keep doing it.
You're looking at, what, $399 and $80, what, $400 and...
But you know what? I'm not fully opposed to it, right? Because you can get it today, and then you just add the stuff as time goes on. It makes it harder I feel like it makes it harder for you to get bored.
Yeah, but what I'm thinking is the people that build their PCs. They're already spending a ton of money building them.
Yeah.
And then if they want to do VR, they get this Oculus, and then they have to spend another $80 for a cable.
Yeah. Especially because it looks like a Type-C cable, which, I don't know. I don't know. I'm
watch that you can use any kind of Type-C cable with that thing.
Yeah, right. But yeah, they probably put like a special chip or something in it that makes it so it has to handshake with the device.
True.
So speaking of PlayStation
Prime Video VR.
I know I'm moving a little ahead here because I know what you got. LG.
Yeah, you're moving a lot ahead.
Well, because I'm just
there's a lot of stuff before the PlayStation.
Okay,
but I saw the Prime Video. Oh, you got YouTube VR. You got
they got the YouTube VR.
Mm-hmm.
VR chat. Oh, that's cool. VR chat.
Yeah, they got lots of VR stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's a big ecosystem. Surprisingly,
what's Pistol Whip? Is that when you run around with a pistol and whip people with it?
I think you ride ponies.
Oh, so you ride ponies and whip people with pistols?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so this week, LG released their new phone, the
Wing.
The Wing. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that's cool.
And
it is pretty cool. It's got what did I hear?
Fidget
spinner.
Aaron's still going. Go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah. So during their announcement, Dom, you said you didn't watch it.
Mm-mm.
So I don't know if you've seen this yet. You may have, because I know you watch him all the time. However, this is the live event of the LG announcement.
Lou later got the Lou Unbox Therapy got the.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So Unbox Therapy was
he's the live event.
Yeah, effectively. I mean, they introduced him and stuff in the beginning and everything like that, but yeah, like this phone is just it's crazy.
Cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I was watching. I think I sent out a tweet to him actually, which he did not respond to. No, it was about the one where he used his phone for gaming. He had like an Xbox 360 controller. This is, I think I just did when I did my smartphone video. This is the kind of stuff that I want to see more of. Like, I don't see this phone going very far, but it's the introduction of the technology that I think will move this whole smartphone industry forward. I think this whole, like, who's going to figure out the perfect way to get more screen in the same form factor?
I think Microsoft nailed it.
I think so. I saw
this is a cool design. I do like it. But I really think Microsoft nailed that, because as you could play, not just use it as a phone, but you have that two screen right on the bottom, and you can have one on the bottom, one on the top. Then you can also play your Xbox games right on the phone.
Right. And you get a lot of versatility with it. And that's where I think they're trying to find like the perfect formula for everyone, because I can see with this phone, when it's not like flinged out or whatever you call it, it's winged out. It's a normal smartphone, right? It's got like that normal form factor.
Yeah.
And then, if you need that little bit of extra, you just do that. Exactly. Just like that. So it's interesting. And you know what? Like I was saying, that it's got that fidget spinner, as Lou was saying in his video. Now that I saw that Lou later, I keep calling him Lou later because I keep seeing his podcast everywhere. It springs out and then springs in that satisfying way, and you just he said it's like he could totally see people flipping him back and forth.
Yeah. I used to do that with my flip phone all the time.
Yeah.
The question I have about these phones, and we won't know until more people get their hands on them and we'll see reviews, but how long are they going to last? Meaning, we've seen Samsung Fold. Mm-hmm. That didn't do very well.
Yeah, the first one.
that didn't do very well.
That's a problem, say least.
So I wonder how much will this be able to take? Because there's going to be some kids that are going to get it, and they're going to be like,
yeah,
what I mean? How
supposedly
long?
200,000 flips or swivels. My fear is because of the weird form factor. If you think about it, like with kids, you're basically exposing the screen. That thing's gonna crack.
Yeah.
You drop that like that, you're done.
Yeah.
That you're gonna have.
Or it's gonna get snagged on your pants and you accidentally yank too hard.
Right. Phrasing. Archer season 11 started, so that's a fun plug.
Complete Circuit does not condone
Complete
Archer.
Circuit is totally in love with Archer, the television show. You should definitely watch it and subscribe to FFX and all their services. Yes.
But no, I think that way that Microsoft did their phone, that Surface Duo.
I think they have the best execution so far too. Yeah. The Z Fold 2 is pretty cool. It seems a lot more refined, but it's still got that I don't know. There's still something a little off about it between the hinge and everything like that. It just looks delicate, whereas like the Surface phone looks.
It can take it.
It can take it, right? It's not like the most hardy thing in the world, but
no. But I think it can take some bumps.
Yeah. Oh no, absolutely. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm excited. Yeah, there it goes. 200,000. 200,000 flips. So I mean, we will see. They continue to bring out stranger and stranger phones.
I want to know if iPhone's ever going to get into that kind of market.
Supposedly, according to that Posner guy, whatever his name is, that always gets the Apple leaks. He's become famous for Apple leaks. Apparently, he has someone on the inside, whatever that means. That they are working on a folding phone.
Yeah.
And honestly, I have no idea. Because with Apple standards, right? What's wrong?
It's going to be called... No, I'm just thinking the name of it's going to be called iPhone Mac.
The iPhone Fold, the iFold. I don't know what they would call that. I honestly don't.
I mean, because I know this is just a laptop, right? But the way this doesn't act like a normal.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it's got a nice solid hinge. That's fun.
Here's a quick story. I had this
Like
open.
a fan.
I had it on my couch, and I had it sitting like this, like a dumbass. I mean, dumb.
No, ass is fine.
Okay. What happened is that for some reason it fell.
Yeah.
Like this. Now, a lot of times with other laptops, usually you're screwed.
Yeah.
I thought I was screwed, and I started panicking.
I bet.
And I lifted up. The screen was not cracked, so that was good news. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, I had to. Oh, thank you. It works. It was like nothing.
It's a super high quality hinge.
Yeah,
they mastered hinges.
So I bet you anything when they come out with a full one, their hinges are going to be like the best.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. There's no way. The Apple standards is way too high, and now that Johnny Ive's out of the picture, he's not worried about making. They're going to make it right.
Yeah.
Rather than like the dream world.
But I wonder if they can keep the thinness. Now I understand that the new iPhones are going to be a little bit thicker than what we've been used. They're going back to the iPhone 4 kind of design.
Yeah, they're going back to that. It won't be as thick as the iPhone 4, probably like iPhone 5.
But it's going to be a little bit thicker than what we've been seeing.
Yeah.
So with the Fold, I wonder if they're going to have to go thicker, or if maybe they have to keep the same design, like if they would keep it like what these phones are coming out now, that kind of thick. Because the issue is this: a lot of people like the design of thin.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're gonna make a foldable phone, I mean, look at LG. That's pretty thin.
Yeah.
I don't want if iPhone does it. I know it's because because it is an iPhone, it probably will sell. But I wonder if it would still hold them back if it's too thick.
I don't know.
And again, I know we're talking about like something that's not even announced, but
Right, and I don't even know what Apple's execution of the product would be, because like if they do it exactly like Samsung, then it's not going to be very exciting. So they'd have to do something unique. So supposedly they're working on it, but we'll see. Let's get to the 12.
Yeah.
We start talking about the phones that are going to fold.
well, let's get promotion in the iPhone.
Oh my god, and it keeps going back and forth. Right now, the rumor mill is now saying no promotion.
I told you it's gonna go back and forth.
It's driving me nuts.
I have a feeling it's not gonna have it.
And supposedly no Touch ID in the screen. It's going to be on the side of the. It's going to be on the power button like the new iPad Air. I don't know. Hold on one sec. I don't know why. Just grabbing my. There we go. I don't know why that all these other devices have it in the screen, right? This Note 10, which has now been replaced by the Note 20, has it in the screen, and it works well. So I don't understand what Apple's waiting for with this.
Because I don't think it's waiting. I think what it is that they don't want to be. They don't want to be known as copying Samsung.
Well, it's not just Samsung that's done.
There's
that.
other phones, but they don't want to be known. They don't want. Apple doesn't want. I'm sure they don't want to be. Well, you're copying Android.
Yeah, and they get hit with that a lot, especially with the widget thing and all the other stuff.
But Android also Samsung gets that too, with them copying
that is
iPhone.
true. But Samsung doesn't care. They have no shame.
No.
They have no shame.
It shows. But
Yeah.
damn. But yeah, I think that's what it comes down to, because Apple's always been, and here's the thing, I don't want our listeners thinking, well, Joe only likes Apple and doesn't like Samsung. No, that's not the case. So please, before you start leaving comments about me, it's not liking something.
Check us out on YouTube in order to leave comments.
Yes, thank you. Or yeah. So, but no, I'm just saying. I really think that's probably what the reason is. Apple just doesn't want it. They probably heard so many times, "Oh, you're copying Android. You're copying Android.
Yeah.
You're copying Android." They're like, "Well, you know what? Screw that. Screw the Touch ID. We'll put it on the side."
Well, there's other companies that have done that too, and they put it in the power button as well. I think what they're waiting for is they want the whole screen to be able to detect like any part of your hand. That's what my thought is, because in order for this is just a tiny little stamp.
That's too much of a security risk. If you do the whole screen, I know I'm thinking kind of outrageous.
Well,
but here's the thing: what happens if someone's like, I know this is gonna sound outrageous. You're gonna laugh. Say you're in a pinch, some dude or some girl, whatever the case is,
a person
assaults you. They're trying to steal your phone, but they know that, oh, we need to get this phone unlocked. Now they know this whole screen. They can just all over the screen, right?
Yeah, that's okay. So maybe it'll just be your finger, like your thumb can be detected anywhere instead of maybe your whole hand. I could see that, because then they still gotta get your thumb. I think in that particular unique, very very niche circumstance, I don't know if that one will cover.
Especially guys, if you're married or with a girl and you have a side girl, it's not very good for you.
You'll get busted. You'll get busted real quick, because then you're sleeping and it's just all I gotta do is just get the phone anywhere.
Yeah. So use a pinky toe, somewhere on your toes. Use your toes.
Oh my god, I saw that video. I know
the
where you're getting that
women
from.
will not suspect toes.
Yeah, the pinky toe. Yeah. I know that. I know that, like the ring toe, whatever you'd call the ring toe. That's which one you got to use.
Yeah. So if they come up with a whole scan of your phone, just use your whole foot.
Step on the phone every time you want to send a text. Oh my god, that's funny. Well, is it time, Aaron? You were looking a little comfortable over there.
Yeah.
You were leaning
super
back.
comfortable.
Did you have thoughts on the LG Wing?
I have lots of thoughts.
What are some of your thoughts?
Wow.
Crickets.
For one, my favorite thing about the LG Wing is that they found a way to make sure that your camera that pops up doesn't get hurt, because they added the fall detection. So it goes back into your phone whenever the phone starts falling out of your hand.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, because I know, Dom, you talk all the time about, like, how you think that something like that is a bad idea because it's just more parts that can get broken and stuff like that. And I think that's a really great way to make sure that, you know, it doesn't get broken as easily.
Yeah.
I am also very curious to know how they're going to keep the swiveled part of the screen from getting broken, though.
I think it's just one of those things. It's, you know, buyer beware. You know what you're getting into, right? You get a phone like that, you know, like, or you got to take a little bit more care. I would imagine that that's not going to appeal to the type of person like your average Joe Schmo consumer anyway, who, you know, they just want a simple phone. That might be too complicated, and they're, you know, like the ones who would buy that phone are probably going to be really good at taking care of it.
Yeah.
I
would think so too, especially because the phone is advertised to have a built-in gimbal, which is incredibly cool. I know they showed somewhere, they had somebody running and making a music video, and it was just like super smooth the entire time.
I saw something about slow motion. Can you go back up real quick? Yeah, right there. What is that about? I can't read the whole. I can't really see it. So
it's just gimbal slow motion. It doesn't say how slow or anything like that. But I mean, that's a little common nowadays.
You know what that phone be good for? YouTube videos.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I could see the bloggers and stuff that go vloggers, whatever you want to call them, totally using that phone. Like, you just flip it, you're in record mode, you're
I wonder if you can see when you're in that mode, if there's a way you can see yourself from the bottom.
The camera,
you know what I mean?
the camera comes up. It's like a little Pop-Tart, and then like that's the selfie camera, if that's what you mean.
Okay, yeah, because that'd be nice for videos. Because if you make a video, you can have one going out, one going in.
Yeah.
So you can see yourself, and I don't know what I'm talking about. Never mind. I'm making no sense. Sorry, Aaron.
Oh no, you're good.
No, that's pretty cool. I could see you wanting a phone like that, mainly because of the gimbal mode.
Yeah.
That'd be the main appeal.
I absolutely love that. If it works, like they say it works, because I'm not entirely sure how you put like a gimbal in something like this, because apparently you can pan the camera lens somehow. When they talked about it, they made it sound as though because they were like holding the phone, right?
Yeah.
And then they showed you like moving your thumb and the camera moving with your thumb, but the camera phone was in the same spot.
Oh, go ahead.
Like, how do you put something like that into a phone like this?
If I had to guess, they probably put a larger sensor in it, and then when you're recording, it basically moves the recording, like what part of the sensor is recorded.
It's like the Google Home Nest.
Yeah, it's a simple. Yeah, it'd be a thing that's basically capable of zooming in on itself. So like you can never record the full sensor recording. Instead, you just record part of it. Because even when you saw, like, he was like rotating that thing when the skater, but it was staying flat, right? But the phone knows where down is.
Yeah.
And so all it has to do is rotate it in real time. So as long as the sensor's big enough, it can always just basically punch in.
Okay, that makes sense.
That would be my guess. Which means that probably from like pictures and stuff, it's probably not the best in terms of pictures, but it's still really cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was I? There was some. Oh yeah. The thing is, you know, Aaron's getting Aaron that phone, but the problem is she has Chicago Bears hands, so she would drop it.
She's actually pretty good with her phone, although it is too big. It's probably too big.
Sorry, Aaron. I was just joking.
No, you're okay.
Aaron beats me on a regular. No.
Completely the circuit totally condones Aaron beating Joey on a week-to-week basis.
Oh yeah, as if I could beat you up if I tried.
I got bruises.
I'm not really this skin color.
Sammy Sosa?
Oh my god. Not that way. Like Aaron's beating me.
Oh my god. So speaking of beating, are you ready to talk about Jeff Bezos?
I love that guy.
I'm doing my Bezos plug. This is my time for my Bezos plug? Okay, what's the Bezos plug?
Yes, it is. So Amazon has launched Amazon Luxury.
Oh no.
Now
Next.
effectively, so Oscar de la Renta is, I think I said that right, is the first one to be a part of this, and then they recently added someone else, but I can't remember his name. But so they were talking to him, and he said, well, a lot of people are buying or most of our audience is buying clothes on Amazon and stuff, so we may as well go to where our people are.
Mm-hmm.
So he and Amazon came up with a really fancy section of Amazon. So it says that you have to be invited, like it's by invitation only. However, I received an invitation, so I don't know if that's like they just send it out to all the females,
Yeah,
or
it's
they send
sexist.
it out to everybody, or if I was somehow special, because I don't buy a lot of clothes on Amazon, so I don't know why they would send it to me.
No.
But,
Bezos is listening.
oh yeah, it's exactly what's happening.
He's trying to get. Do not sign up for that service.
She already did.
No, you don't have to sign up for it. It's free. But the thing is that like it's literally designer clothes, and then it shows you like what that outfit is going to look like on your body type. Now, let me see if I can get to it
So do
because
they
I was
have
going through it
kid
here.
size for you?
I was about to say the issue here is that the models that you can pick from are 5'9" to 5'11".
Oh, so they're not 4'2".
Or
I am not
4'3" or
4'2", but
yeah, that's
yeah, so
That's kind of.
I mean, if you're, I
least
understand
they
that
tell
it
you.
is designer and this dress is like $3,000. Like, I understand that, but it doesn't mean that everybody who's going to wear these clothes are like model size. So, but the idea of what they're trying to do is really cool.
Where's the plus models?
Bezos,
Where's the plus size model?
Bezos doesn't have those.
I'm a plus size guy.
They will eventually probably add that in. There's no
Unbelievable.
way they can get around not adding
So
something like
this
that.
doesn't have Amazon prices. That thing is literally $3,000.
No, it actually doesn't go through Amazon at all. You are buying directly from
Oh,
the retailer. Like
But
Amazon
Amazon's
is
the platform, basically.
they're really
Yeah.
selling that kind of dress for $3,000 that you can go probably over. You know what's that woman's store 21?
Forever
21.
21.
Well, it's not a store anymore. I think they.
Oh, did they close down?
I think they went bankrupt.
Or you can go to Nordstrom's and get
It'll
them
still cost
Nordstrom's
$3,000.
rack.
It'll still cost $3,000.
Nordstrom's rack. I
Well,
mean,
not from Nordstrom Rack, but they're probably not going to have dresses like that at
I mean,
Nordstrom
you
Rack.
can get a nice red dress like that.
I mean, I
Yeah, but it won't be Oscar brand.
I don't. Who's Oscar?
yeah,
the only
you're-
Oscar
The-
I know is
the
Oscar.
designer.
this was such a okay.
Oh, yeah.
Joe, you're back on the news next week.
Yeah.
This
Oscar
was
De La-
totally a biased story.
It's
Yeah.
not
that you
biased.
brought in.
Yeah.
To are you working for Bezos?
I think she is. She
I am
looks
not.
like a Bezos.
Has he gotten
person.
to you?
I
Have
am
you
not.
seen random $100 bills on the ground?
Have you seen drones?
Okay, just because right now it's only females on it, they like just built it. So
You know,
She
bro.
already
it's-
knows
You know
all
what
the
this-
information. on
But
it.
this is a.
what if a little bit later? Well, yeah, I know the information because I read it today.
See, she's
but-
reading now.
What if in two? Wow.
I'm
What
just
if in
kidding.
2 months or something they have Tom Ford suits, and you can put in your body size and know exactly how that Tom Ford suit is going to look on you? Would you think it's stupid then?
Well,
Yes.
well, the problem is
Plus, we're talking about technology, and I was
my
talking about
size,
the technology.
Joey's size, and my size. No, that's really cool technology, but our sizes, they're not going to have that for a Tom Ford suit. That's like a, you keep pressing the plus button to go up in sizes, and it's just like.
And then the money just goes up as well. By the time I reach my size, it'll be like $80,000 or $100,000 for a suit.
for just the sleeves.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Poor animal.
No lapels. No nothing.
I mean, here's the thing. That's cool and all. And this is not a joke thing. That's cool and all, but I have an issue with the size thing. I know I'm not a woman, but I'm just saying, like, I'm sure that kind of makes you like wonder, well, how come they don't have anything for me? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not in your head.
Not typically, and it's not a good thing,
Right.
but typically designers like this don't really make clothes that are that big because they don't want people that big wearing them.
No, I
And
said your
it's-
size.
Oh no,
That's not
this
that-
is my size. They just don't
Oh.
have my size model.
Oh,
I can wear
okay.
I can wear this.
No, I understand
Um,
designers don't have a lot of plus size.
But I mean, hopefully soon they will be adding that into it because that's not fair.
Yeah. Well, Abercrombie and Fitch is.
Yeah, they got in trouble a
Yeah.
long time ago because of what the
no fat
CEO
people,
said.
obviously, something like that.
Yeah, he said
Yeah.
that. He said it a long time ago.
No wonder I could never fit in their shirt. I always
God.
tried it and then I stretched it out. And
Oh yeah, that's right. I totally forgot with all the other mayhem going on this week. I totally forgot that Apple's event was this week. Did you watch it, Joey?
It was this week.
who's Apple? What's
it
an apple?
totally sounded to everybody else like you just cut off
Are
my
we
story.
are we doing this? Are you talking about Granny's apples?
Yeah, I'm talking about Granny's apples. I'm talking
yeah.
about.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Oh,
talking
you're
about.
talking about the watchy thing.
I'm talking
Time
about
flies.
the
Time
was the name of the
$2 trillion
event.
company.
Oh, the $2 trillion that Jeff Bezos is going to become soon.
Jeff Bezos is $2 trillion
He will be.
if he's not already.
But yeah, no, I didn't I didn't actually get a chance to watch it. But talking with you earlier this week, I'm pretty much caught up because it wasn't really much, anyways.
It wasn't too
It was
much.
about watch and
Yeah.
iPads.
And you know what? I'm thinking about it. Having a couple days to think about it. I think they did the right move. They essentially got like, it's not so much that the Apple Watch and the iPad are boring. The Apple Watch and the iPad are more or less the same thing every year, right?
Yeah, but don't they usually do iPhone, Apple Watch, and iPad together?
They do, but because of supply constraints, because of all the COVID stuff or whatever, they're basically delaying it a month.
So what you could do is turn around and still do it, but just have it say in there or tweet it out or whatever you need to do and just say, listen, we're going to do the iPhone, but just know the iPhone will not be available on such date. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because why do a separate thing? Do it all together.
My thought is, so supposedly they're making a cheaper HomePod. They're going to introduce their Apple Tile thing, which is basically you could put it in your wallet and then you can find your wallet using the Find My app on your phone.
A lot of people thought that was going to be in this one.
I thought that was going to be in this one too. I'm thinking they're going to go hard. I'm thinking Apple Glass. Okay. I'm thinking obviously iPhone, right? iPhone, cheaper HomePod, the AirPod Studios, the over the ear AirPods are basically Beats headphones, but they're Apple branded Beats headphones with a bunch of other stuff in them.
Apple owns Beats.
Right, but now they're basically phasing out Beats as a brand and they're putting the technology into Apple branded stuff.
I'm surprised they're going to phase out Beats. I mean, I understand a lot of there's people that don't really care for it because there's too much bass, but you see a lot of people still buy them, especially with the music industry.
Yeah, but you know, I think what they're probably trying to do is migrate those people over to Apple products to get that same kind of exposure, but for Apple. I don't know.
Apple's good, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to music, I mean, they better last a lot longer than what the AirPods have.
Yeah. Well, I don't blame. I don't think it's the AirPods' fault. It's the battery. The batteries are too small.
The batteries suck.
The batteries do suck.
At least the ones I have. I don't know about your Pro. How's the Pros?
I'm actually pleasantly surprised. So when I first picked those up on launch day last year, whenever they came out.
Yeah.
And this was well before COVID, and I thought, well, I'm in a quiet office. I don't need noise canceling. And they kind of hurt my ears a little bit because they make a really good seal. Since I've been here and the AC's on in the background or in the backyard and all that other stuff, they are actually pretty great. The noise canceling is wonderful for if you just need to just like legit.
What
it's not
most people have to do as of now because the world is crazy, just zone out.
Yeah, no, seriously. And you know what? You'll still hear like voices and stuff, but I love the pass through mode thing, which is pretty cool. And I mean, I know I'm a little late coming to the party on this one. But yeah, the battery life, honestly, they haven't died on me yet. And I've had them in my ears for sometimes 3, 4 hours 4 or 5 hours at a time.
Yeah, that's a lot better than what the first AirPods, because I have the first ones. Now they don't last at all because they're just dead.
Yeah, mine don't. Yeah,
I have to get new ones, but
I got a lot of use out of mine though. Mine went about 2.5 years before I needed to.
that's same here. But the over the head, I didn't hear about this.
Yeah,
so that's really interesting.
Supposedly they're doing let's see, AirPods Studio, and yeah, they're basically over ear AirPods, which yeah, they're totally gonna have those there.
I hope there's better colors than just what I'm looking at. White.
They'll probably start off with white. They'll probably do white and black.
That's better. Let me have the black. I don't want to run around with white.
I would be very surprised if they didn't have a black option.
Because I'll feel like I'm in the 80s, 70s with white.
Yeah, no, you know what? We'll see. Apple does sound pretty well, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm hoping that they drop Apple Glass on, or at least just announce it.
They're supposed to drop it this year.
Right? I keep hearing they're going to drop it this year, and then they'll probably have AirPower as well. I have a feeling they're gonna drop lots of stuff this year.
Oh, is that the Air Power? Is that the air charger you're talking about?
That's their wireless charging.
Yeah,
Their smart. Well, it has like the processor from like the iPhone 5 or something in it.
Yeah.
In order to manage which devices get what power at what times. So,
I'm definitely keep my eyes on these. I'm sorry I keep going back to it, but I'm actually excited for these over the ear. I never used to be a fan of over ears things, but when I know this is a different company, Sennheisers.
yeah, Sennheiser blows out of the water, man.
When I got those over the ear stuff, that changed my life because I'm just like, oh wow,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So, I'm very interested to see what they do. Apple's over the ear headphones. Hopefully, because with your HomePods, the sound that comes out of them, it's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, they can do that with these headphones because if they can,
Yeah.
watch out.
Yeah. I would
Watch out,
imagine.
everybody, because watch
And
out
full wireless?
Bose, watch out Sennheisers,
Mhm.
because if they can produce that kind of sound,
Yeah.
well, now you got a new player in the
Yeah.
market.
Oh yeah. No. Oh, 100%. If they can get sound like that, oh, absolutely. It's gonna be. And then they're just clean,
Yeah.
simple, little apples on the side, no crazy colors, no crazy logos,
Yeah.
no crazy anything, and it just same thing. You bring it up to your phone, magic pairs, boom, done.
Yeah. Now, my one question though is
Get it bad.
that can you, when you charge it, obviously you can charge it with your MacBook or anything Apple, but I wonder if there's going to be a cable that you can use to charge it if you have a Windows piece. You know what I mean?
Oh, I would assume so. Yeah, I would assume so, especially because they're not putting per this Apple Watch. It finally started. No charge brick. It happened.
Oh.
They did this whole thing on the e-waste stuff, everything that we had heard.
Yeah.
They started here, so they're getting us acclimated. It's like when they did what did they do? They removed the headphone jack from one device, and slowly been removing it from other stuff. Just it's a process.
Oh yeah.
They're going to slowly introduce it. This is the
It's
start.
Apple's always been, everyone, it's funny. Everyone goes, well, Apple just introduced this, but they're late to the party because this phone has it. Yeah, that phone has it, but Apple's
Right.
is better.
And this, yeah,
There's a reason why they take forever because they're making it better than
they do it just right.
exactly.
They do it perfect. And people were saying you can go like the this one YouTuber he put on Twitter. He said, "Oh, don't spend all your money on this to go get an O2 sensor." That was one of the things. Totally called it. It's on the Twitter. I called it beforehand. I couldn't find where we talked about it, but I'm pretty sure in one of the podcast episodes I said they're going to put an O2 sensor in there. Which checks your blood oxygen saturation, right? So someone said, yeah, for $19 you can throw it on. You can get this thing on Amazon. You attach it to your finger and it Bluetooths to your phone. It'll tell you what it is. That's not the point. The point is it's built in and it can constantly monitor it.
Yeah.
If you're having all sorts of health issues, basically the Apple Watch is becoming this perfect heart monitoring system.
Yeah.
Like we're every day, right? I could see a future where if they can get blood pressure figured out somehow, I have no idea how they do that because that's tough. I honestly can't even.
I have a feeling on the band itself, they would have to put something on the bottom on the band.
Yeah.
So inside the band on the bottom, because that's where your reading comes with your pulse.
Right.
Now I know with the blood, when you get your blood pressure taken, you got a cough
and
it
it's
does all
tightens.
that.
Yeah.
But if you notice, they also check your pulse. So I wonder if they come out with maybe even this might be weird, but do like an Apple armband. So instead of like a cuff, what you do is you take this armband, you slide it up to your arm, and it looks like a regular armband, Bluetooth it. So now you got this, and you got a watch that regulates your pulse. So now you're getting a full reading of the blood pressure.
I mean, I could see them doing that for like those. They have those workout cases.
Yeah.
So something like that, I could
Yeah.
see that being a practical use for it. I'm assuming that they're going to try to find some way to use light to do it, so it's all done in the back of the sensor in case the phone, the watch can't get a good.
Most likely, I saw my watch. I had a Series 5s, and what I saw, it was weird. It was at night. All of a sudden, I see this light flicker on the bottom of my watch.
Yeah.
I've never seen it before.
Yeah, that's checking your heart rate.
I'm like,
You never saw that? Yeah, it's literally it's yours. Well, I got Series 3. Mine's green. Yours is probably red. What colors is yours, Aaron? You have Series 5, right?
The last one I had was green. I don't know if I've even looked at this one. I think it's also green.
You think so?
I could be wrong.
I think some of them. I think at one point they changed
you're
it to
asking
red.
the wrong person what color. But
Oh, that's right.
um,
I keep forgetting.
but no, the reason I didn't even have the watch on. It was on the charging station, and all of a sudden it just starts flashing. I'm like, what is
Really?
this? Yeah, I never saw that light before.
Oh, interesting. Yeah,
I've
I
never
don't know.
noticed it before. I'm like, when did this? Because I know they released an update,
Mm-hmm.
and my watch did an update by itself, and all of a sudden this light comes. I'm like, What
Oh,
is this?
it's definitely been there. 100%. If you ever check next time you go to check your heart rate, just
Yeah.
lift it up a little bit, you'll see the light in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you'll definitely see the light in there. So, but if they can get the blood pressure thing in, however they do it, right? In essence, there could be a future where these devices basically like, every day, imagine like AI doctors getting a report on your heart health, being able to detect things that are wrong, and then looking at patterns and correlations and stuff like that. And you throw some VR in there, add a little Bezos money.
What's funny is they already have that technology.
Yeah, with what's it called, Watson.
I don't know about Watson. What I was going to talk about is my CPAP machine. CPAPs, what they can do is, Jesus, I'm repeating myself. There's certain CPAP machines that you can literally send the information to the doctor from your CPAP. So you don't even have to go to the doctor.
That's cool.
It will literally take it, you upload it,
Yeah.
goes to them, and they can see your sleep. All the information
That's cool.
of everything. So they
Yeah.
have that technology.
Yeah.
So with Apple, I can see that happening.
Well, the
real
problem would
soon.
be there'd be so many people with Apple Watches. Not as many people have CPAPs as have Apple Watches. So you have like Dr. Jones, cardiologist.
The numbers are. I don't mean. I'm not going off a tangent here, but I will tell you this: the numbers are actually increased tenfold. It's starting at even with people as young as 13.
They have sleep apnea?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there's an increase of it real badly.
Oh, I don't know.
Sorry for the side note.
No. It's interesting. Definitely, I think that's where the future of this kind of technology is going.
Yeah.
For sure. What did you think of WWDC, Aaron?
Well, WWDC was a long time
Or
ago.
not WWDC, whatever the stupid. It's
WWE John Cena. do.
What'd you think of it?
I mean, overall, it was fine.
Yeah.
Like, I knew that they probably weren't going to announce the iPhone 12, but part of me really wished that they were going to. My favorite part was the colors for the iPads, but...
Yeah, they introduced a whole bunch of iPad colors. And then they had the iPad Air, which is effectively an iPad Pro. It's an iPad Pro Mini, more or less. Doesn't have Face ID. It has Touch ID, and the Touch ID is in the button, in the power button, so on and so forth. Which is why I think they're not going to have in-screen fingerprint Touch ID for the next iPhone. I think it's going to be on the power button on the side.
You know what needs to happen at these Apple things? Tim Cook needs to actually talk. And here's what I mean by that.
Yeah.
Tim Cook was under Steve Jobs, right? For many years. The man must have picked something up from Steve to be able to take over for him. Stop cutting to this person, this person, to this person.
Yeah.
I missed it of course, I know Tim Cook can't do what Steve, a lot of people can't do what Steve did. But let me hear from you. Let me hear from just you and see if you can I want to see what you have to say.
Right.
I don't want to hear you say for 10 seconds and be like, and we're going to Joe Schmuck over here to talk about this iPad.
Yeah.
No, let me hear about you.
At least do the demo. Because now it's like, I feel like with all the Apple stuff, it's just a big presentation of another individual rather than Steve Jobs would go up. Hey, okay, guys, so we got this thing. I'm going to show you. Here's some demos for you. Right? It wasn't just like a it was obviously practiced.
Yeah.
But it was him on the fly, or at least it felt that way with Steve Jobs. With the Apple,
it was on the fly. A lot of times it was on the fly. In fact, his first one, the very first iPhone he ever did, they were freaking out.
Yeah.
Because they did not have everything working.
Right. No.
And Steve goes, F it. I want to do it. Make it work.
Yeah.
So when he got to that point, people were like, they were like crapping themselves because they were
worried it's going to crash. Yeah. I remember seeing that.
All of a sudden, right on the fly, Steve's like, and it worked.
Yeah.
Steve did a lot of his stuff on the fly. He didn't care if it didn't work, you're going to make it work.
Yeah.
And if I look stupid, I'm going to call you out because there was that one. What was that one? What year was this? Steve, something didn't work. And Steve was actually...
Talking about the Wi-Fi?
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember when the Wi-Fi went down because everyone was going...
That was either iPhone 3G or iPhone 4. I can't remember.
But Steve was like, we're having Wi-Fi. Can everyone please just...
Yeah. Turn I got time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I agree with you, though. I do wish we would get more demos and seeing an actual person interacting with it than just
and go back on the fly thing. Because honestly, if it doesn't work, I can respect that. Because here's the thing, I know that sounds stupid. How can you respect something that doesn't work? Listen, if the man's up there and he's like, you know what, screw this. I want to get this out. I want to see what we can do with it. Let me just handle it. And it goes, and it doesn't work. But you can see that he's already like, hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Fixed.
Yeah.
That tells me a lot about that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I have more respect for that product. I'm like, that guy knows what he's doing. He's not just some guy, some puppet that just talks.
Right. It doesn't feel scripted. It feels real.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I miss from these Apple things.
I do. You know what? I never thought about it before, but I miss those too. I do miss those days.
I miss those tense moments. Because with Steve, there was this
Yeah.
tense feeling.
It's gonna work. And there it goes.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, there was that tense. Steve had a great job. He knew how to talk, but he brought a tense feeling.
Yeah.
Like there was something, you were
Something
like,
was
something's
about to
going to
happen.
happen, something big, or even if it wasn't going to happen, but you had this feeling like something was going to happen.
He's like a magician.
That's what I miss.
Always on the edge of your seat waiting to see what would happen next.
Exactly.
You know what? So maybe we'll see with this October thing if they're putting all their big, super exciting devices out on the floor all at once.
And it's not going to be just him. It's going to be him and a bunch
Well, Steve Jobs did have people come in and do demos and stuff, but he would demo the phone.
Right. But I'm saying that after all these years, Tim, just run it yourself.
Yeah.
Just do it yourself.
Well, he does need to have. I mean, it is important to get recognition for the people that are working on this stuff.
No, you're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
But at least Steve did. What percentage would you say Steve did the show? 70?
No, I wouldn't give. I would say probably half. Around.
You think 50?
Yeah, because he would have Scott Forstall come out and talk about iOS and the things that they were changing.
Okay.
He would have his staff people come out, but that was all just like the fluff stuff.
Yeah.
Steve Jobs would come out, he'd demo the thing. Here's the iPad. Here's the iPhone. This is what it does. This is how it works. He was showing you right then and there.
Then let Tim do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would. Yeah.
If it's 50%, then fine. Tim, do 50%, and then have your other guys do the other 50%. You know, I understand people need to get recognition.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm 100% against it, but I want to hear from
You're 100%
Tim.
for it. You just said you were 100% against it.
Completing the circumcision. No, I'm all for it. But
Complete water.
I'm all for it, but I want to hear more from Tim.
Yeah.
I
agree.
I feel like you're not. You can watch Tim Cook in an interview and be like, "Oh yeah, I learned a lot," but you actually learn more about a person when they actually have to present
Improv. Yeah.
a presentation.
It is pretty good. So, yeah, we'll see how the event goes, but put in promotion. That's honestly like the only thing. That's like the big seller for me. If it doesn't have that, I'll get it, but I won't be happy about it.
Yeah, you'll get a nice phone with 4 cameras.
3 plus LiDAR.
Well, still, you have another circle that you can go tap on.
That is true, and supposedly it's going to be huge. So, the more and more I look at this phone, because I got the Note 10 here in my hands, and this camera bump is like nothing, and then I think of the Note 20, it's just like boom.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. So what do we got next?
So besides the Apple Watch 6 and the iPad, they have the Apple Watch SE. They have the iPad 8th generation, along with the iPad Air, as we mentioned. Fitness Plus, and the thing that Joey was talking about recently with the Apple One bundle.
Right, yes. So they did introduce the Apple One bundle, as you were talking about, oh my God, whatever it was, like a month ago. It is a really good deal. And they have tiers, which I thought was the best move that they could have possibly done. So they added this new Apple Fitness thing, which is basically take your iPad or whatever, your iPhone, even your Apple TV, and it becomes like a Peloton. Like you can work out with the person, and then it syncs with your watch, and gives whatever, your pulse and heart rate and stuff like that, and records it along with your workout, which is friggin' awesome, especially with all these people working, stuck at home right now.
Yeah.
Your device just instantly becomes a Peloton. So Apple's really screwing around with everyone. With a lot of their stuff, and that can be included in the tier, and I think it's family wide too, right?
I think so.
So in essence, you get your Apple Music, you get your Apple TV Plus, you get your news, you get iCloud storage, and like all your family members get them too for like a flat, whatever there it is. So $20 for a family. You get Apple TV. I mean, look at that. That's perfect. And you get Apple Arcade, which Completed Circuit condones Joey's review of Apple Arcade, and it's sucking.
Yeah. The one negative side, though, is for the Premiere, the iCloud storage doesn't come with the 2 terabyte.
Premiere, one of them comes with 2 terabyte. Premiere doesn't come with 2 terabyte. One of them comes with 2 terabyte. I could have swore they did. Could have swore
I
it did.
don't know. Let's look it up because
Yeah.
I saw a bunch of people complaining about it.
Let me see. I could have swore. I thought I even heard the lady.
While you guys are looking that up, I do have something to say about this fitness thing.
Yeah.
The fitness subscription that Apple
Oh,
is doing.
no, you're right. It is the Premiere with 2. My bad.
So the fitness subscription, do that. That's a lot better than what Palatine, is it Palatine?
Peloton.
Yeah, Peloton is offering. You have to pay $50 a month for their subscription
And buy the machine?
and buy the machine.
What the? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, this
It-
is way better.
So what? So you're gonna pay it's $50 a month, and those machines are about 2,400 if I'm not mistaken. It's like over $2,000.
Okay, that's okay. So in this case,
So
you pay
you're
30 a
getting-
month,
No.
and you get no. If you get Apple's thing, you pay 30 a month.
Oh well, yeah. If you
use
do
your
that,
existing hardware, and you get Apple TV Plus.
but if you just do it solely, it's only It's $9.99.
Oh, just the fitness thing is
Yeah.
It's only $10 a
Yeah.
month.
no way.
Or $80 a year.
Yeah, or $80 a year.
Oh, that's
so
not bad.
you're saving
Ah,
You're saving a ton.
he's learning. He's learning. I don't have to beep it.
You're saving a ton of money, going with Apple.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think I think that fitness thing is going to be incredibly successful.
Yeah.
And that came out of nowhere too. I would have never anticipated them doing something like that.
Yeah, because I was talking to Sam. He bought not a Peloton, but he bought like an off-brand one,
Yeah.
and it was like he said he paid $1,300 for it.
Right.
It's a bike, and he has to pay for a subscription as well. But that subscription, I believe he said, was $30 a month.
Still, this is a way better deal.
Right. But I'm just saying, if anyone is interested in those kind of things, there is off-brand stuff that you guys can get with those bikes, and not have to spend over $2,000
Yeah.
for one of them. So,
Yeah.
and then you get one of those, and then you throw it up with Apple's fitness subscription, and there you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can get a moderately priced workout equipment,
Yeah.
and then you just literally use your iPad.
Because
Or your
if you're going to
phone.
spend that kind of money for that fitness thing with Peloton, you might as well get a Bowflex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's really expensive, and the whole. I
Yeah.
mean, the appeal is that it's like it's new, it's cutting edge. You get to
Well,
work
you
out
know
with
the
people.
mirror, right?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
thing is pretty cool
Yeah.
though. I know. What's that thing called?
The mirror.
Is it called the mirror?
I believe it's the mirror. But no, it's not really cool. It's $1,500 if I believe.
Yeah,
to
he's
buy
right.
it.
It's called the mirror. It's
And-
$1,500.
And it's like $50 too
Yeah.
for the subscription.
Oh, that lady's
Yeah.
really working out.
$50 a month as well.
And I love the fact that with the Apple one, you don't need equipment.
No,
Like, it's-
you
Right.
don't.
It's just you and maybe some dumbbells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or your cat if you want to work out with that.
Don't work out with the cat.
Can
Completed Circuit doesn't condone animal abuse of any kind. Working out with animals
it's
or
not
cats.
animal abuse.
But I mean, the one thing is, I can see the appeal of the Peloton because, you know, you they have the videos of, like mountains and stuff, and you're basically like it's a virtual thing, so you're kind of like riding up a mountain or whatever.
Yeah.
That's cool if you're into that, whatever. But if I had to pick between, I'll pick the Apple one.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I think most
Yeah.
people are gonna. I think
It's
I think
pro-
Peloton's
most
in
people
trouble.
are probably going to pay for the year.
Yeah, I would imagine that most people who would even consider or could afford the Peloton thing would more than likely have Apple products, like at least an iPhone. I would assume. I could be
Yeah.
totally off base with that. And there's certainly plenty of Android people
Yeah.
who can as well. But I mean, you know, if the argument is that the iPhone people are more likely to buy that kind of thing, then they already have the fitness service. They're just going to do that. I mean, again, you can use your existing stuff.
Maybe.
And it's effectively and again, it works with the watch.
yeah.
So-
Yeah.
and that's a huge plus right there because you could just hop on your thing and go.
yeah.
It's funny. I was just scrolling. Whoops! I was just scrolling and I ran across this comment.
cute.
Please, Circuit doesn't condone microphone abuse of any kind.
Yeah. So I scrolled through this comment. This is by someone named Jay Fitzgerald, and so his name. Yeah. No, it's an interesting. I mean, the comment makes sense, and he goes, "In my family, we currently pay Apple $40 a month for 2 terabyte iCloud TV Plus, news and music. getting all that for $10 a month less and getting the new Fitness Plus and arcade services thrown in for free is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
Yeah.
So you got people that are spending that kind of money now, but with these bundles that they're doing is going to save people a lot of money.
Yeah, and you already have stuff like that. I mean, chances are if you're working out, you probably already have Spotify or Apple Music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in this case, you can get their TV service. You could watch your shows. So you get the workout stuff, and you get the music, and you get the television shows of stuff that you could do or use while you're working out.
Yeah.
And if you just want to read or whatever, you have the news as well.
Yeah.
They're going to kill it.
Yeah.
They're going to kill it
Yeah.
with this. And it integrates with the integration with the watch thing is what is so cool, is that it's already on your wrist. You already have it. And then you could watch the stats on your watch. You know, when I would do swimming and stuff like that, the watch was really good at knowing what workout I was doing based on my actions. So now it knows that, but now I could watch my heart rate and everything in real time. That was the most exciting part for me.
Yeah.
It's like I get to see the stuff instead of like waiting. I'm done with my workout now. Let me see. Heart rate 129. Now it's I don't know why that was super cool. There it is, right there. See, that is so cool to me, and I
Yeah.
can't explain why.
Yeah.
That's just like it's almost like
Well,
it's
it
perfect.
helps you kind of know what you're doing too,
Right.
because there are a lot of, I don't know if it's when you're on the elliptical or whatever, because I'm not a huge fitness person, but I do know that there are some workouts that are the most effective when your heart rate stays around the same
Right.
the entire time. So with something like this, you can monitor that to be like, oh, okay, maybe I need to chill down a little bit, or I need to pick it up.
Right.
Or for people my size, your heart rate could be at 136 just walking.
In quadruple digits when running. You just see ERR for the heart.
You are
Oh
dead,
my
sir.
God.
Your emergency thing goes off.
That's when you go on Google and you look at death, because on Google, when you look up heart rates and things like that, you're dying.
Oh. Oh,
Crickets.
okay.
That is intense. I
No,
don't know.
You know how the thing about when you look up stuff on Google, like if you, let's say for a
Like
cold,
WebMD?
right?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you got a cold? Well, guess what? You probably have lung
Lou
cancer.
Gehrig's disease.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
lung cancer. You have COVID.
Yeah.
It's like I just have red scratchy eyes. What do you
Yeah.
mean I have COVID?
Yeah. Red
Well-
scratchy eyes. Your eyeball's about to pop out.
Malaria. Yeah.
That's funny. So part of that with the watch like moving into fitness so much, not fitness, but health, because the watch is effectively like going to become your doctor one day. It's really cool that they now have it to where parents can buy Apple Watches for their kids and monitor their kids' health through the Apple Watch on their phone.
Yeah. Or their location.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
And I think they added fall detection, right?
To
I think
the
did I see
I
that?
think that they had fall detection like a year or two ago.
For the Apple Watch?
Yeah, the
I'm
SE
sure
I think
they
also has
have
fall
it.
detection.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
about to say.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's going to be in
Because they
every
even
single-
I think even the first gen or second gen got fall detection, because all it is just an accelerometer algorithm that just determines like a big impact.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
going to be in all the watches.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's really cool too. 'Cause-
Especially go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. I was just gonna say that there are probably a lot of parents who want to make sure, like that their kids are okay, like kids who are still having trouble walking, or they have stairs in their house that makes them nervous.
Yeah.
And then if they get an alert like, hey, someone fell, especially if they're far away, hey, go check on your kid, because they, like, if you can't hear them crying because they're out of reach or whatever.
Yeah. Does it have like a medical alert detection too? Like, for example, if you're you have a child that suffers from seizures or something like that, I'm assuming there's some kind of heart rate related thing that goes along with that as well. So I don't know if like, your child is possibly having some kind of I don't know. I know that fall detection, that the watch after like 60 seconds, if it detects a fall, if you're not moving, it says, hey, you need to interact with me, otherwise I'm gonna send an emergency alert. And I know that it does that. I believe it does it with the heart rate stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
But with this interconnected thing with the parents, does that data get sent to the parents as well from the child or no?
I think they said it does.
So that's cool.
I could be mistaken, but I think in the show they said yes.
So kids, take your watch off before you go to sleep. Otherwise,
They're gonna know you're not asleep.
There's
That's funny.
so many inappropriate jokes I could make with that right there.
Oh. Well, let's not go inappropriate.
completing the circuit does not condone inappropriate.
Completely is not condone pornography in any way, shape, or form. These are such things as irreversibly damaging to one's. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh my god. So speaking of Apple and their event, right after their event, or the day after, a couple days after, whenever it happened, iOS 14 was released.
Mhm.
Right. So when iOS 14 was released, apparently they did not warn their developers in enough time.
Blindsided them.
Yeah, they did. And all of the developers were like, okay, fine. Like, this guy said, good morning to everyone except Apple Developer Relations, because everybody had been getting ready for iOS 14, and they had like all summer with the beta and stuff like that. But Apple didn't even release the final version of iOS 14 to developers until the day after they announced it. So developers didn't even have the chance to run their final testings. So
What?
a lot of companies are saying like, hey, hold off on getting 14 because our app won't work on it.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
You
Because you had the beta?
No. Yeah. So
We're talking about Big Sur. Big Sur. That problem with Big Sur is different than this.
it's still with the 14 because J5. So I have that J5, right? Create the link for your monitors.
Yeah.
Okay. So they say anyone that has Catalina or anything lower, stay with it. Don't update whatsoever because they don't have that out.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that makes sense now why they don't have it
Yeah.
because they didn't, you know what I mean? So I got on yesterday when I contacted them and I talked to this lady real quick because it was brief. I'm like, hey,
Ooh.
when you got that update for Big Sur? Do you know? She goes, sir, we do not know. I'm like, okay, thank you. Bye-bye. So what
It's as simple as
it's
that.
simple as that. So what I'm that makes sense what Aaron's saying that.
Yeah.
Now no wonder they didn't have it because I was complaining to you like this is unacceptable. I was a Karen.
Yeah.
This is unacceptable.
Yeah,
that
you
they
were mad.
don't have this for my computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those who might not be aware, Joey recently, so we have the 2015 MacBooks, and only the 2015 MacBooks only support 2 monitors unless you have the built-in graphics card, like Aaron's. And then so in order to make it so we can get 3 screens, external monitors to support on these laptops, you have to use the Intel whatever it's called, the display
Stupid.
the display thing. It's a technology that's built into the processor, and it
Screen
allows.
sharing?
It's not screen sharing. It's basically
Actually, it is because
macOS treats it as screen sharing, but it isn't. macOS treats it as screen sharing, but it's not technically screen sharing. It
Okay.
just basically allows display connections to be done via over USB.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in order to have that to happen, you have to have the driver and the software and all this other stuff like that in order to get. I have that for my setup at work. If I ever go back into the office,
Never.
and so you can get those Henge docks, right? And you just drop your laptop in, and then you have like the display ports here on the side, and you have a USB, and then you can run a display. So Joey got one of those because he wanted to set up his,
3 monitors.
and he had,
Issues.
because he had installed,
Big Sur.
and now we're doing ad-libbing because,
Because we think alike.
and in essence, Big Sur did not allow that
Did not
software.
allow that update because Apple and J5 are dumb.
Yeah, that one's weird. So, and I know that when I had the iOS 14 beta, I had apps, mainly my credit card apps, that came up and said,
Oh, I know. I
your-
got the numbers.
"Yeah, your phone's jailbroken." Oh, do
Yeah.
you now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Ladies
before
and gentlemen, if you guys want Dom's numbers, let me $20. $20.
$20 a credit card number, huh?
Yeah.
You're not gonna just go in and change those, right? I know that you don't have them.
Dom has already changed them.
Speaking of no, I won't get into that
That's a story for another time.
You guys are cute.
Anyway,
Oh, we know.
so yeah,
We're getting married next year.
oh my god, I am surprised. So the one thing I was hoping for, because I know that iOS 14 announced that YouTube was going to be able to do 4K video now. How they got that to work out, I don't know. If
Okay.
they had to change codec or something. Yeah, Yeah.
YouTube? I
YouTube.
thought they've been able to do 4K.
YouTube can. Apple on Apple TV, Safari, and iPhones, and did not allow that codec, that 4K codec that YouTube uses.
You know, Apple, enough with your security bullshit. You're going to have to edit that. Enough with that.
Lots of beeps. He just broke it. He was doing so good. We almost had a clean episode. Almost. We'll get it right one day. We're gonna get it right. We're gonna get that. I almost wanted to throw him on the Rants channel with that.
That's funny.
Yeah, I think their biggest thing was that particular codec, they don't. It's not open source. It's YouTube's thing, and well, they just don't want to do
We
it.
don't like your way of coding, okay? So you got a little bit of that over there. No, that doesn't look good. We're just gonna cancel it out.
More or less.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
More or less.
Yeah.
All of that. But
I can see someone sounding
More-
like that Simpsons.
more app, that you have more of a
That's not doing very good.
more of a Motorola sounding voice, but
Leave them alone. They are nice people.
and they're having some issues right now, but you know they're figuring it out. They got the Razor back, which is cool. So yeah, now you can do. So I was hoping that the YouTube app was going to be able to get 4K, but that hasn't hit yet. And I remember asking Aaron, I was like, why are there not like a crap ton of app updates as soon as like the final version went? And she told me this story, and it was, yeah, long story short, it sucks. That sucks from a developer
I
standpoint.
want to hear Aaron's story. Long story.
Oh,
Anyways,
Completely Circuit doesn't condone Joey's cocaine use in any way, shape, or form.
that's a joke.
but yeah, no. With the Apple stuff, they
It
got
is.
a lot of good stuff coming out.
We do accept it.
Hello, I'm speaking. Okay. Rude.
Were you?
Rude.
Sorry, it must have been my cocaine. Got me
I'm
distracted.
abused on
Completely
this.
Circuit doesn't condone Aaron's cocaine use in any way, shape, or form.
If anyone can please send me ransom money, I'm locked in Dom's basement. No, I believe that the Apple thing, it was a success, even though I didn't watch it, but just hearing about what they're releasing from you guys and obviously what I'm seeing here. It's
They
more
did
of a-
have cool stuff. It's just everyone was expecting the iPhone, so
Yeah, everyone expects
Yeah.
everything, but then you don't get the pony. I mean, relax.
he's not wrong.
I mean,
Everyone just
solid
relax.
sources said there
Yeah.
wouldn't be an iPhone.
Just like,
But then some leakers were coming out, like some infamous leakers that were saying the iPhone will get. So
those
it's
are
just-
trolls.
not
Yeah.
this guy.
No, infamous leakers usually are like, oh, what can we do to piss people off today? Oh, iPhone is going to be announced this week.
This is.
Oh,
I have never.
think Joey's peeking.
I think he peaked. He probably peaked.
I mean, that's what I'm just saying. I don't want leaks, okay? That's why
Yeah.
you don't listen
Yeah.
to leakers, because they're nothing but trolls. They're like me, who like to troll people, who like to watch the world just go, ah! But, you know, but so we get those leaks. You got people ups in arms now. Those guys are laughing their butts off, and here we are.
Yeah.
Sitting
No.
in this apartment doing a podcast. Yeah.
No, here we are
Talking
with
about
no iPhone 12 being announced, and we got these other ones, which is great announcements. Honestly, if you really sit down and
Yeah.
think about
When you
it.
look at it, when you
Yeah.
look at it at face value, it's definitely. There was a lot there. Like I said, I think they took like 35 minutes to talk about the Apple Watch, which I think was a bit long.
They're gonna take forever on the Apple Watch. It's the biggest thing. What are they gonna do? Say
All they did was add an O2 sensor and a few other features that we
hey,
knew about.
You know what? The Apple
Which
Watch.
those are cool.
Well, then they're gonna sit there and be like, okay, so we released this iPad.
They did
and
release new bands, by the way, and that
They
one is
did.
that
and they're
one is cheap.
expensive.
No, I think that the one, the Infinite Loop band or whatever it's called, is actually they made cheaper bands. I think they made
They're
cheaper
nice
bands.
looking, or are they like the?
It's called Solo Loop.
Are they the cloth?
No, they're not cloth. This one
They
was.
have both.
Oh, they do have both.
Mm-hmm.
Watch it. It's cheaper. It's $1,200 instead of $1,500.
So they have cloth and rubber.
So it's ugly.
Well, you're not going to be able to get a metal band from them.
Exactly. You
I mean, if you want metal, I don't know.
You
get
go on
third party.
Amazon, you get the knockoff, and you get it for like $20 from the Philippines. You call it a
Those
day.
knockoffs suck.
I know.
Yeah, I got a knockoff
I didn't
one.
buy one, but I can only tell that they suck.
It was like, I think I got it for like $20.
Yeah.
And it didn't even size in right. It was horrible.
Yes.
It
So-
was horrible.
So don't tell people to go third party, because they're gonna experience what you just.
I think there's some decent third party ones. Just don't go like super third party. Like you could almost call that fourth party. That's how bad that was.
Don't go to the Philippines.
Wow.
Okay. So
Anyway.
the prices are $50 for the silicone one
$50
and $99 for the braided one.
for that.
But I mean, that's a lot of braid.
that's stupid. That's absolutely asinine. $99 for a braided thing. I can have my little cousin go make me some braided things, and I can put it around the watch.
Well, then have
Yeah.
him do that.
No, because that's just dumb.
Which band do you want, Joey?
You know what?
What band do you want?
Of course, I would like this
we
thing.
we have
But-
hit Joey's button.
Yeah, you have, because this is ridiculous. $50 for a rubber?
Well,
Seriously?
Trojan man.
Well, with my wrist, it better be Magnum. But anyways.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have to argue with myself later about whether or not I should keep that in the show.
It comes in 9 different sizes.
There you go.
I don't care if it comes in 100 different $50.
Well, you know what? When you start wearing your Apple Watch again, then we could talk about.
No. We're not going to
complete
just sit
circuit
there and
bands.
talk.
We can get custom.
I don't want no complete insert. It better be metal for God's
I
sakes.
do.
Thank you, Aaron.
Excuse me. We're back to me, okay? A-lister. Anyways.
B and a half.
$90 for a braid, $50 for the rubber.
And that's the Apple brand, man. Well, like that's what $700 wheels. $700 wheels. They're wheels for a computer that like 6 people buy.
Sometimes you can use those as rollerblades.
You could buy rollerblades for less.
No one buys rollerblades.
I think lots of people buy rollerblades.
No,
mainly rollerbladers.
They go on those little, what are those things that battery? Anyways, back to what I'm saying.
Talk about hoverboards?
It's stupid that you're going to charge $90 for a braid. First of all, that braid thing looks like it's worth tops 20.
Yeah, women will like that stuff.
Yeah, for 20
I
bucks.
think a lot of guys would too.
Yeah, it's lightweight, especially if you're working out.
Okay, you got.
I don't disagree. I'm not saying they're not
And it looks
expensive.
very sturdy.
I'm not saying. Listen, I'm not gonna look, even though I would never wear it. But $90.
I'm not saying it's not expensive, but that's the. I mean that's the Apple tax, man. That's what you pay.
But see, it's the Apple tax. Like it's okay. Yeah,
Well,
it's an
and
Apple
for
tax.
look, I get it. There's stuff like
What is
that.
Apple tax 500%?
No. So, okay. When with the stupid Apple Watch band, like we were talking about last week, right?
Yeah.
You get a lot of like little, like it's not just a metal band, and I get that that's a braided band, but it's probably like an incredibly sturdy, an incredibly well working, an incredibly long lasting band. You know, like for example, you got the leather case on your iPhone, right? The $50 case.
Yeah.
Okay, I got that too. I've had them
It's
since
stupid.
like the iPhone 6, right? It's $50, but those cases last forever.
They better.
Yeah, exactly. But they do. Instead of spending $10 a year for like 3-4 years plus tax
I'm
plus
just saying,
shipping,
how much money is enough money?
not
We
enough.
go and
They're
and-
at $2 trillion.
and
They
we
keep.
spend
They took a dip in there.
$1,500 on a Mac Pro. Yeah, spend. Some people are crazy enough to spend $50,000 on those things.
Yeah.
You bought that $4,200 iMac. I mean, what is it? I mean, come on. $90 braided. $90 braid.
It's you know what? It's a lot, and I think we
And
need
then,
to. we're
how
gonna
much
have
was
to-
your band? $1,500?
No, that band was $550.
Okay. Oh, yeah. That was way overboard. Sorry, guys. But still $550
It's a lot.
just for
it's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
metal
tough.
band.
It was tough. I definitely died a little bit inside when I hit checkout on that one, without a doubt. But you know what? I'll tell you what. We'll give you a chance to just take a breath. We won't bring up Apple band watches anymore. We'll keep it. We're just gonna move on
Okay.
to the next one because
We're going to move on to the next thing that
we
Joey
got
hates.
maximum Joey there. Okay.
And then we're going to get into PS5 after that.
okay.
So, just to keep everybody updated, because we missed out last week on Apple suing Fortnite, we are now moving on to Fortnite and Epic Games.
Bye-bye.
So Fortnite shut down Fortnite Save the World on Apple or the MacBooks because of their battle. And the best part about this is that they tweeted #FreeFortnite. And when you scroll down and you look at everything, it's literally just a bunch of people saying no one cares.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are my people.
So
They're like, you got yourself into this mess. Like, why should we
Fortnite-
care?
No.
Why are we backing you?
I
You
wish-
did this to yourself.
I wish Fortnite was banned across all platforms. It's a horrible, horrible game. No one likes it except for kids.
Tons of people like it.
You
Though
know-
I think that this game, Fortnite Save
Look,
the World, is different from Fortnite Battle Royale.
wait. So here's the story right here. Hold on. Let me see. I'll send this to you, Aaron. So Fortnite lost 60%
Good.
of its iOS players. Hold on here.
But at the same
wow.
time,
Maybe
time,
that's why it's a dead
Well-
game now.
Yeah, no, they're screwed. No, Epic lost this one. They are so screwed.
But I do want to say one thing, because even though I'm saying good to Fortnite, I